on three, right?
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
And then, you guys ready? Three,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Introduce myself. I'm Jamie Rhodes. I'm the president of the board of directors here, and I want to welcome you all and thank you so much for coming today. I have a lot of people to thank. Try to do without my glasses. But when I joined the board back in, I think it was about 5.5 years ago, I took on the role as president in 2021. I just want to say I'm amazed at the growth of programming and board members and community awareness that we have developed over the last 5 years that I've been here. So it's been wonderful. There's one person that I especially want to thank for today, and that is Heather Boyer, and she is our event planning director. Heather, can you please come up? Heather has put in so many extra hours. She has steam cleaned chairs. She has met contractors. She has stayed a million different things, and I'm so sure you could tell them more. But I want to thank you so much for everything you've done. You're welcome. I could not have done it. I want to thank my family. I know my husband's here somewhere in the audience, and my son Spencer, Michael Spencer, and my sister Crystal. So thank you so much for your support over the last 2+ years with this project. Some good days, some bad days, so thank you. Mostly good days. I would like to thank our board members, and please stand when I call your name. Tom Souders, Bill Cupp, Neil Hoffman, Penny Preserpi, Nick Wernicki, and he is not here today, Rhonda Hudak, Crystal Kowalski, Jane Runyon, Carol Fisher, Angela Tanzio, and especially Craig Dodge, who has been my right-hand man through most of this project. I want to thank every one of you for all of your work on this. I could not have done this without you. He's not here today, but I do want to thank the architect that we worked with, which is Lee Olson. And I want to thank Greg Seattle. I know you're somewhere in Seattle Construction. Thank you. I want to also thank the project manager, Dave Svensson. He's not able to be here today, but it's been a pleasure to work with you and your team, Greg. And I gave you a very small window of what needed to be done in 3 months, and you met the deadline. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I want to thank Rob Luth, James Heimbecker from Lift for a Bet, and the incredible volunteers from the Local 84 Union of the elevator and construction, and the donation of the lift and the installation. Wonderful. I want to thank our partners, Barrio Alegria, Customers Bank, the Doubletree by Hilton, John Paul II, Missy Hassler, and the team from the Greater Reading Chamber Alliance. That was a mouthful. So thank you for all of you for coming. I want to thank our donors, the grants that we received from the Presser Foundation, Judy Schwanks, Jack Corrigan, the Holleran Foundation, and special thanks to Tom Louise Souders, and Robin and Bill Cupp, and Neil and Judith Hoffman. Thank you so much. I just want to thank the board again for trusting me on this project. It is an honor to work with all of you on such an amazing and dedicated group of people. So thank you so much. The installation of this lift will not only allow us to build more partnerships and programming, but also open our doors to the broader arts community so that everyone can experience events here at the WCR. So thank you. I'd like to ask the stage Tom Souders, Bill Cuck, Mayor Moran, do you want to kind of come to the stage? Tom is not only a board member, but he's also a founding member. And I thought it'd be nice for him to say a few words.
Thank you, Jamie. Many of you know I have an interest in history. So a brief history of the Women's Club, which has been here for more than a century. The Women's Club was formed late 1898 or so, and moved into this area, this building, in the early 20th century. They have been wonderful stewards of this building for more than a century. But during the latter 20th century, they dwindled to a precious few, too few to be able to sustain the building and in the way in which it was required for safety and convenience and comfort. So in the early 20th century, the last president of the Women's Club of Reading, Dixie Lee Borders, acceded to our request to turn the building over to a small nonprofit organization, which we called the WCR Center for the Arts. And that's because we wanted to retain the beautiful logo and honor the memory of the many ladies here who labored throughout the 20th century to keep this place alive. So we were able to do that. There are 4 founding fathers of the WCR Center for the Arts, but no founding mothers, and that's a little bit of a strange thing, but that was very rapidly redressed as we brought in dedicated ladies to help us. My wife, Louise Souders, is one, Penny Perserpri is another, and we have gradually increased our board membership so that at the moment we have a majority of ladies on our board, which is a wonderful thing, and will keep this great tradition alive. They have been so helpful to us in sustaining this place. WCR Center was formed as a nonprofit in 2004, and within 3 years we had collected enough money so that we could put in $500,000 in improvements to increase the safety and the comfort of this place for an increasing use. But throughout more than a century, we have not been handicap accessible, and that's been a real problem. We, over the last 20 years or so, have tried one way or another to configure a wheelchair lift to bring people who needed to be brought into this auditorium level. We could not do it. We could expand to the north or the south, and at the front of the building there are weight-bearing walls, so we couldn't expand the vestibule and the stairwell leading in. So the only way we could do it was from the back. But we tried from the back, from the south, and from the back, from the north. Couldn't do it until a brilliant idea was brought to light by our wonderful architect, Lee Olson. So that the result of his and our tweaking his plans is the wonderful structure that you see today. It's a wheelchair lift brought in from the back, from the west side, and at the same time that we constructed this lift, we were also able to reconfigure the back of the stage and the green room under the stage for preparation and comfort of the people who were performing on this stage. So I have great respect and great admiration for the leader of this, and that is our president, Jamie Rhodes. I think she has led the great efforts that we have made to galvanize the community to support all of this. And for her and for the many board members and others who have responded to our call, my gratitude and thanks.
remarks about our wonderful President Jamie, and it's a great support of a wonderful volunteer board member. We are a working board, so we are very proud of what we have accomplished, and with the help of all of you, thank you for coming. I want to also recognize one of our founding members in the audience, Attorney Steve Wells, who is so inspirational and helping put this together. Thank you, Steve. I was born at the Community General Hospital just a block away, so this is like coming home for me. My office was on 215 North 6th Street, and my first ophthalmologist was across the street on 6th Street, for Louise Souter's father, John Wadring. So it's very pleased to see Louise here and such a great supporter of all of the work that we have done on the board and with the Presser Foundation. We also want to recognize prior board members, Chris Miller and some others are also with us today. This is a building that needs to be saved, and thanks for your help in doing that. We're inspiring people to save the past, but and inspire the future as well. And seeing Tom Gumbar in the audience here reminds me of the 2004 campaign we had to start the fundraising. He was with Senator Mike Opake. Mike was here in the audience one Saturday night when we had, through the Berks Arts Council, we had a filming one of the Reading Film Fest first events. We had a screening of Rabbit Run, and Mike was here, I was here, and we talked to Tom, and soon after that, we were able to get a $10,000 state grant at that time, with the help of Dr. Souders, because Mike was one of Tom's patients. And Tom and I go way back, like 50-year friendship. So when the women were asking Tom for help, they had me come in on a separate occasion. What we're going to do, and I said, well, we'll talk to Tom Souders about putting together a group, and at the same time, Steve Wells of Trinity, secretary of Trinity Lutheran Church, and Glenn Miller was the fourth founder, Reverend Miller at the time. So the ladies were pleased that we were willing to take on the duty of preserving the building. We promised them that we would continue as a group and future generations to follow us that preserve this wonderful space for the community. So we're in our 20th year, just about next year. So our campaign now, as Tom mentioned, over the past we raised $500,000. This campaign is for $350,000. We're well on our way. Still, the campaign is not going to close officially till September, so there's still time to have your friends contribute more. So I want to thank all of you for being here, the Berks Arts Council, connections that we have, and all the other community. Dr. Hoffman, too. Such a past leader of the board. He worked very, very diligently along with Dr. Sowers and the rest of the board members. So, thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I share a few comments, I want to once again ask for a huge round of applause for the students and young men and women of John Paul II. For their amazing. As a very proud dad of a young man who has an autism diagnosis, their music selection just touched my heart in a way that I cannot describe. So again, thank you guys. It's very special for me to be here today, and I want to first start by saying thank you, Jamie, for all your commitment in the last several years to preserve this historic location. Its board, thank you for your commitment and willingness to make a difference. It's very special that I'm here for many reasons. One is that not only is it a historic venue, but also I often share that I am the man I am today because of two women in my life, my mother and my wife now of 27 years. So any venue that has women attached to it, I'm honored to be there and be supportive. Also, as I just share, special needs and all abilities is something very special and dear, and that I will continue to advocate. So today is very fitting that I'm here for this new edition that is giving an opportunity to all our community members to have access to this amazing venue. And for that, I say thank you. It gives me great pride to say that within the coming weeks, the city of Reading is going to be doing a groundbreaking for what we are calling an All Abilities Park on 3rd and Spruce. Thank you, Heather, for all you do in the rec center there. So it was important for me to be here for all those reasons and some. I want you to know that you have my own divine attention and commitment to assist in any way I can, as long as I'm around, and regardless of what capacity that I'm around in. You have my support. So I wanted to say thank you with a small token of appreciation with a certificate that says Certificate of Recognition, WCR Center for the Arts. Congratulations on completing your building accessibility improvement project, where the center will now be able to provide all in the community access to this historic venue. WCR has served the community for over 19 years as a non-for-profit organization focused on promoting the arts, engaging the community, and enhancing the rehabilitation efforts to our city. May God prosper your organization, and may this be another stepping stone on your path for continued success. Therefore, I, Eddie Moran, Mayor of the City of Reading, extend my sincere gratitude and congratulations to WCR.
Say a few words. Thank you. Thank you. We, the Greater Reading Chamber Alliance, we are thrilled to be here today to celebrate this huge accomplishment of your 2022 accessibility campaign. With Jamie, you and your board members, with your inclusive, strategic, and forward thinking, this is a huge success for our community. So thank you, congratulations, and we look forward to supporting you as a thriving member in Berks County.
Thank you so much.